track storms to alert you first. This is KIMT Storm Team 3, weather coverage you can count on.
Oh, welcome back, everyone. Look at that sun shining brightly over Charles City. In fact, many of us soaking up the sunshine right now. And it is a beautiful sight, but you take a look, you're still seeing a little bit of that ice developing on the water. And this is moving water, too. It's cold outside, so looks can be very deceiving. It is currently 16 degrees, only 16 in Charles City, with the feels like temperature now at 3 degrees. That's pretty solid. We are back above the 0 mark. That is great, despite winds still coming in a little over 10 miles per hour. Still a big difference from yesterday. Even just standing outside, if you have to for a few minutes, you'll notice it's cold, but it doesn't feel quite as cold as yesterday. You don't have the wind just bashing into you. So it does make that difference. But it is also 16 degrees in Rochester, Austin, Owatonna, a little warmer in Minneapolis, making it to the 20s. La Crosse there at 23, Decorah very close at 19 degrees. All these numbers, though, are below where they should be for this time of the year, and they don't look to get much higher as we go through the day. If anything, I'll just be watching those wind chills to see how high they actually get. And they're looking to stay in the single digits. So if you are headed out the door, it is still very cold. Temperatures may peak just a little bit more. Again, we are here not at the warmest point of the day. We still have a couple more hours before that we hit that warmest point. So maybe a degree or two more, but not much. We are staying, for the most part, in the teens, maybe hitting the 20s, all the way until that sun sets. And once again, another chilly night is on the way. So here we go, moving over to satellite and radar, and I think the best thing here is, of course, the sunshine and the fact that as I zoom things out, you can see that there's not a lot of snow across the area. We still have a little bit of that fresh powder from yesterday, most of it getting blown around, but it's still there. It's on the grass. You can see it in some of the shadier areas. So there is still a little bit of snow on the ground that's contributing to some of these cooler temperatures, especially as we get into the night. But when it comes to our chances for precipitation, any more of it at least, they're not looking very high until we get into next week. So as we spin time forward here on Sky Tracker 3, I'm going to head to about 3 p.m. We're back to the clear skies, which again, more sunshine to enjoy. We love it. These clear skies stick around as the sun sets too, which means another chilly night, as I mentioned. So we got a little fresh snow on the ground, mostly clear skies. That does contribute to some pretty low temperatures. But I'd mentioned not a huge chance for any precipitation. Even as we do come into next week, that's when we see our next chance. And it's debatable if we'll see rain or a little bit of a mixture here for the Sunday into Monday. It's all going to be very dependent on temperatures. And you'll see why we're still deciding rain, mix, snow. Well, that's because temperatures are going to be shooting up. Even on that Monday, we're going to be 5 degrees above the freezing point, but then we sink right back down. So, Nick, another roller coaster ride when it comes to our temps. I'm just happy to see that there's not a ton more single digits here on this 7-day forecast. So let's soak in the warmth while we got it.
Don't need those single digits. Let's stick with, I love that 44 coming up this weekend. It's probably going to melt a lot of that snow that's hanging around. You'll see kind of the dead grass for a little bit longer, but truth be told, it'll be gone, covered in white before we know it.
That is very true. There's still plenty of the season left.
All right. Thank you, Sarah.